What's poppin' and crackin', everybody? Okay. What's up, everyone? How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing fine this fine evening.
Yes, it's fine Thursday.
I know. Sorry. Alright. I am very sorry. I'll apologize. The reason why we're having it on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday is because I took my Wednesday got
It's a busy
a
schedule.
little preoccupied. Yeah, my Wednesday got a little preoccupied. It's kind of a hassle. But hey, nonetheless, we are here for youth night or for fuel night. It doesn't matter whether it's a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Or any of the day of the week.
Yes, sir. All right. Any other day, it's gonna work out. We believe that. It's cool stuff. I mean, yeah. We are in the month of March.
Yeah, I know.
That
Time
fast.
flies so fast.
Very
I didn't
true.
even notice it's March.
It's been 2 months.
I don't know.
Ooh.
It's down in 2023. Yeesh.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what have I done?
I know,
For 50...
What have I
58
accomplished?
days. What have I done
I
within this
know.
first 58 days of the year, you know?
What have I accomplished?
Have you done anything, worth?
I would say yeah. I think I do. Have you though?
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Question mark.
I guess so.
Don't really know if it's really worth.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
if it's something big. I mean, if it's a bit small, I guess it's still fine as long as it's
got
in your
the-
pace.
yeah.
It's you do thing. It's you. You do you.
At least you got to like do something productive. Right? And that's all that matters,
Yep.
We all take different steps, and as
Yep.
long as we get there, then that's good. All right.
That's true.
Anyways, with we're not sponsored by the way.
Yeah, not sponsored, but
Thanks for this. Of course, you already know we're in a new Wednesday, Thursday rather.
Yeah.
I'm confused because we usually have it on a Wednesday. So I'll just say we're in a new month, alright, in the month of March. So we're gonna talk about something different, right? And we're gonna talk about there's a reason. And have you ever wondered like there's a reason? Have you ever had someone tell you like whatever it is you're going through, oh there's a reason for it.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just
I feel like I say that to myself as well.
uh-huh.
In a daily
Really?
basis.
Why?
I feel like I've come to a realization that no matter what happens, there's gonna be like, it just doesn't happen. For me, it just doesn't happen. Like probably an outing got canceled or like, yeah. There's like for me, I always like say, there's probably like a reason. Like let's say maybe the other people, like it's not about like oh no, whatever.
Yeah.
For me, it's like there's gotta be a reason for everything.
I see. Yeah, it's like I think it's a good way to redirect your point of view.
Yeah.
Most especially when you start thinking about like, hey, I'm starting to think a little off. There's probably a reason why. It makes you realize that hey, it's not all negative. There's probably a reason why you experienced you had, let's say, you became late that day or something. There's probably a reason. You just have to, find the beauty, and I think that's what's the beautiful thing about like understanding that there's a reason.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
Yeah, it's all about perspective. That is very true because most of the time we
one
cannot
view.
control the circumstances, the situations that
yeah.
are happening, but we can control our outlook on it, our perspective on it. It's I think it's gonna help make life a lot easier for a lot of us because you get to see it, and you cannot change it because that's
it happened.
It happened already, right? There's really not much you can do, but if just do take that little change of perspective and just view it in a different. I think a lot of people, even for a lot of us, I think there's so much that we can so much stress we can avoid.
That's true.
Right. So okay, this is funny, right? But the first reason, the first thing is there's a reason. Okay, right. That's our topic, and the that's the title for the. This is the topic for the month, but the title for this week is "There's a purpose. There's purpose in your pain."
Oh.
And there's purpose in your pain.
Ooh.
All right, it's hard to agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
Yeah.
very. I don't understand why if you won't agree with it, I don't understand. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's something you don't agree with. Like really, purpose in my pain.
yeah, most
What?
people will be like, there's just no way.
Yeah. Why do I have to go
Yeah.
through pain, right? And, well, at least like for a lot of us, we're still young. And having to understand this at a young age, like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
But-
like most people would say, I can't agree with you with that one right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, right now.
There's
Most
no way.
especially like if it's something that if you're really going through something rough and all,
Mhm.
like I just couldn't agree with you on that one. But we're gonna talk about it, okay? Well, the most depressing, the most the defeating, discouraging phrases you hear from someone is I speak for you
Yeah.
I speak at church sometimes.
Mhm.
One of the things I get to hear sometimes from people is I just don't see the purpose. And let's say whether that's in their spiritual life, in their emotional life, financial, physical life, whatever aspect of life, some people would just say, I don't see the purpose in this. Why does it have to happen?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's what's the point, right? It's not worth it. I get exhausted. Why keep trying? Why keep praying? Why do we keep doing what's right when it doesn't even seem to matter, right?
Yeah.
You don't see the purpose. There's so much. I think so many people out there. I think we're just fortunate to be, to have grew up in church and school that is
A different environment.
yeah, it has a different environment. But for a lot of people out there, they just won't see the purpose of something. Like I just don't see the purpose. Like people hate pain,
Yeah.
but not just pain. People hate pain without a purpose.
Yeah, that's true.
When there's pain with a purpose, it's alright. But with the just the random pain, that's what annoys a lot of people. When bad things happen, your car breaks down, or you find let's see, you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend.
It's kind of like the phrase, "Why do bad things happen
Yeah.
to good people?"
To good people,
Yeah.
yeah, it's something
It's
like
like,
that.
when you think about like all you've done so far in a day, it's like, oh, I've done this good stuff and all that.
True.
And something bad happens to you.
True.
Who wouldn't be annoyed when
Yeah.
you've done so far nothing bad?
It's like randomly testing positive for COVID.
Yeah.
I remember that one, most especially during the early
that's
stages
so
of COVID.
true.
You really had to check if you were
Positive.
or not, and when you get positive, you just feel so bad.
Yeah, you know what's worse? You barely even go. You never go out.
Yeah, you never go out.
You're like, how did I get this? What?
And yet there's that. So hey, there's those things, right? There's those things, and that thing, that's the annoying one when there's no reason, absolutely no
Yeah.
reason behind it, but it just happens. Like, come on, guys, are you serious? It really had to be this day at this moment. You could have chosen a better time
Oh, yeah.
for me to be late or something.
Sometimes it's also the timing.
Yeah, like
it's so terrible.
It's just so off, timing's just so off, and sometimes in life we do experience that. And like you go and ask, like, why is it happening? Where's God? Right? I'm a good person, right? I'm trying to help people. I read the Bible. I go to church.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What's the purpose, right? What's the purpose? It's not fair. And most especially, you can go like, why are people doing so well? And they do bad things when I'm doing, I
So
do good
good.
things, right?
Bad
and
things
I do,
happen.
yeah, it still does bad things. Like, what I don't get it, right? People don't hate pain, right? They hate pain without a purpose. Those things that happen for no reason, right? Truth, right? People can endure a lot of pain if there's a purpose,
Yeah.
right? There's like run a marathon. People run marathons, right? They get the satisfaction of feeling good about themselves after finishing it.
Yeah.
Or let's see, CrossFit
Yeah.
workouts, right? Reason why it's alright to endure that pain is because they're achieving,
They're trying to get better health.
yeah, there's a purpose behind it, right? Let's see. People who are addicted to drugs, right? They endure the pain of withdrawal, all right, for them to be sober,
Yeah.
all right. Or childbirth, all right? The mothers endure, all
The
right?
pain.
Women endure the pain
To give new life.
to give new life, right? For a baby, right? People don't mind pain, hurt, or uncertainty, frustration if there's a purpose, right? If they find purpose, with it, right? So a passage, I will read a passage in Luke 22, verse 31 says, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as wheat, all right? Okay, the devil asks permission to attack, alright? Which is trials, tests, hurt, embarrassment, humiliation, the shame. We get shamed. It's hard to imagine, alright? In Luke 22, verse 31 to 32, right? Again, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked you to sift all of you as wheat, but I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. Alright? The devil attack. Alright, why is God, why is letting it happen? Remember Job? Right? The story
yeah.
of Job. Right?
That one.
Job was an upright man, as the Bible says, right? Job was an upright man. Job was, I believe he was one of the most beautiful men, alright, he has a great personality. He's someone who loves God very much. Right? But still, right, something happened to him. Right? Why is it letting happen? Right? You're praying, you skip prayer. Alright? That is ding.
Sorry, I'm
Right.
feeling this right now.
Right? And sometimes we just feel under attack all of a sudden. We get sick randomly. We lose we lose something that we've been looking for a long time. We've been cherishing for a long time. We get stuck in certain situations in life, right? Whether that's in the highs, the lows, most especially the lows and the mids.
Oh yeah.
Right? People, when they get there, they would just, feel annoyed. Because, right, remember, purpose without pain, right? But most of the time, if there's, a purpose that, when we find purpose with the pain, like whether that's, pursuing someone, right? You might have the pain of being rejected.
Yeah.
But what if you don't get rejected, right? That's the reason why people that's the other side of the coin where what if I don't get rejected? What if it all works out, right? That's but sometimes, right, in life it just gets very just gets very bad, and a lot of us might come and think like, hey, why did it have to be me? Right? Why did I have to be the
Why it
one
had to be
to
me?
experience such and such? And sometimes in life we get to see that, and you're like, hey, why did it happen to me? Like, out of all people, why me?
Yeah.
I am not, I don't recall doing anything wrong. I don't, recall doing, bad things. But why me? Why is it happening to me? Right? How long will this last? What's the purpose? Right? That's when we get.
Yeah, when it's like
Right? Do you ever
long.
ask, like, like, God, what's the purpose? Why am I having to go through this? I remember when I was growing up, I never really got to ask that. But now that I'm a lot older, it's something like I always like.
Oh no, just
I am not sick. Right? I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Right? Is when the boba goes in the wrong hole. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. All right. But yeah, you just like, God, what's the purpose? Right? Most of the time, right, nowadays, when I got older, it's like, oh, what's the purpose? Why I have to go through this? Why do I have to, be so patient? Why do I have to be very,
It's kind of like
forgiving?
it's kind of like in anime or in cartoons. There's a character
yeah,
development.
character development arc. Yeah,
That's how I see it when.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's so many. You have the COVID-19. When COVID hit, when COVID hit, everything was changed. Everything changed dramatically, like drastically, rather. Dramatically, but yes, dramatically, everything changed too. There's so much things that changed ever since pandemic, right? You can't get out of your houses. You're on masks, right? Those who are studying, you head to online instead of enjoying the realm of face to face, right? Or if you have a business, your business starts failing, right?
Yeah.
Or something like
There's
that. That's it was so bad. It was so bad. I think I remember, like, it was so bad to the point that so many businesses had to close down. So much
so
people
true.
had to live on very tight budgets and all that stuff, right?
Some people had to live alone.
Yeah,
That's
because
that's
they had to be isolated from their
that's
the people they love.
that's like one of the worst things. You just get left alone.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, I'm stuck here until what? The next 14 days, and if I still haven't cleared, you extend. Like,
True.
bro.
Very true, right? And sometimes whenever it feels like the devil's attacking you, it's God who's testing you, right? God's testing you. Sometimes God's preparation comes packaged as pain, right? Sometimes, because again, as we said earlier, we just have to view it in the beautiful and positive notes of life. Because I think a lot of us choose to stress over things because we don't view it in a certain way. I think if we choose to view life in different ways, in different manners, I believe very much that there's so many people who will find life to be a lot easier than it is. Right? Because a lot of people would overcomplicate things.
Yeah.
Because oh, it's so bad, this thing happened, tragedy. Like, view it in a different, maybe it was a learning curve. I remember speaking about heartbreaks, that they're not heartbreaks, they're heart shaped. Right?
Yeah,
Remember
you
that?
guys were paying attention.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like, it's not really, because again, that's that's that man said, right? It's the only one who can break your heart is you, and whatever you
That's
have,
true.
it's all heart shaped. It's to see what your heart likes, what your heart doesn't like, what your heart yearns for, something like that. Look at Simon Peter, right? Makes me feel better, right? When you can't get anything right? Can't get any worse, right? You have a friend like Peter, right? Would keep you you keep around to make you feel better. Do you have that kind of person where when something is happening in your life, right? Something bad's happening to your life, this person will just remind you that it could be a lot worse, but it's not, right? So you have to be thankful and grateful, right? And there's so much people, right? I'm gonna address this point. So many people out there, alright, who would rather choose, no. Before I say this, alright, would you, would you be willing to accept 10 billion?
Okay.
10 billion. Would you be willing?
What's a catch?
No, there's no catch
There's
yet.
no catch, yeah.
Not yet, right? You would.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you be willing to make it 20 billion?
All right.
You get 20 billion, but
Alright.
you don't wake up tomorrow.
Wait, when do I get it instantly?
Yeah, but you don't wake up tomorrow.
But I don't wake up tomorrow. 20 billion, right?
Yeah.
Honestly,
But you're dead. It's gonna be pointless.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna be dead the next day, but I can do so much within that day.
No.
On the same- on the-
yeah.
on the same day.
on this day, the moment you get it, you're dead.
Wait, the moment I
You
get,
get it, you're dead.
oh legit, I thought
Yeah.
I thought like the next day I'll be dead.
No,
But
no,
I get
no,
the money,
no.
so I get
The
it.
moment you have it, you're
Oh
dead.
no, that's just so bad.
Right?
now. Makes me so.
And you know, when you think about it, when you see it that way, that makes it that life is a lot more valuable
yeah.
than the amount of money, right? Than 20 billion.
I was like thinking of like, if I die tomorrow, but I get the 20 billion today, I might as well donate it or
Donate
something.
it.
Or give, like,
Right?
give, like
No,
food
because you
or,
know,
like-
there's so much people who would rather choose death,
oh yeah,
right? Who would rather choose death to, you know, to
that's
get
also not a good way to die anyway.
yeah, to get away from, you know, from things or something. I'm gonna address it because sometimes we have to realize that hey, life is supposed to be better. Life is working its way to be better. All you have to do is, you know, follow the routes to get there.
That's true.
Right? You just also, you know, high points of, you know, Peter's failure, right? There's pain and there's preparation, right? Matthew 16, Jesus predicts, you know, his death and, you know, that he would give his life on the third day when he would be raised to life, right? Jesus says, you know, stumbling block, right? Get behind me, Satan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that in Matthew 26 in the garden, Jesus asks Peter to stay awake to pray. All right. In John 18, Jesus got arrested. Peter swings his, you know, his hand. Right. That's when he cut the ear of the Roman
yeah,
soldier.
yeah.
Luke 22, Peter denies Jesus Christ 3 times. Right. Luke 22, 61 to 62, the Lord turned and looked straight at Peter. Then Peter remembered the word of the Lord that has been spoken to him. Before the rooster crows today, you will disown me 3 times. And he went outside and wept bitterly. Feel like failure, right? You know, you're working at home, all right, or you're doing online schooling, all right. You know, it's funny that there's so much things, most especially at this day and age, that can make us feel so bad about so many things. And I think that perspective is key to a lot of people who are stressed out. Just perspective, a change of perspective, a change of view, a change of, you know, of understanding, a change of words, a change of, I think it would, I believe that it's going to be a very big help to so many people, because a lot of people would rather stay contented to the situation they're at
Yeah,
and
or-
just spit out
Or they just quit.
negative. Yeah, just quit. And I think it becomes a lot pointless for a lot of people, because, you know, the reason why you're trying to, you know, right, the reason why people want to work better jobs or do something, it's, you know, to achieve a better life. But if you're struggling, right, if you find yourself, you know, unhappy and all that stuff, right, you get to ask yourself, is this really it? Right? Is this
true.
really it? And, you know, there's purpose, you know, in our pain and whatever, right? In Galatians, right? There's love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faith, self-control, right? The opposites of those, there's anger, anxiety, frustration, fear, worry, right? Despair, right? You know, there's so many, all right? But, all right, you have to understand that there's pain, right? There are pain. It's not, you know, in life we are subject to, you know, to experience highs and lows.
Yeah.
All right, because, you know, just like those machines in the hospitals that record your heartbeat, right? If it flatlines, right, then
It's nothing.
you're dead.
Yeah, you did.
All right, you're dead. So we are subject to, you know, to ups and downs and all that stuff. But when we, you know, when we plateau and we go mid, then that's it. That becomes the end of us, right? Where was God in all of Peter's failures, right? In all of Peter's pain, there was purpose, right? Sometimes God's God's preparation comes packaged as pain. Don't just look at life from a perspective of pain. All right.
true.
Here's what what I've lost. Here's what hurts. Here's what's not fair. All right. Look at it differently. View it in the lens of of hope or of joy. All right. Okay. I may have not gotten to school on time. Although I'm not saying this.
Yeah.
If you're really lazy and you woke up late and all that
Yeah.
stuff,
We that's a total different.
total different story. But if you prepared and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but still you weren't able to make it on time.
Yeah.
Right? Just think of it as, hey, I'm safe. All right, I got to commute. To
that's
where I'm
true.
supposed to go safely. That's enough, right?
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that. I thank God for the protection, right? There's that, we did not get into an accident. I remember as I was on the way here to the studio earlier.
Alright.
Yeah, there was an accident. This just happened. All right? See your pain from the perspective of purpose.
Sometimes when like stuff happens, I just like say, could have been worse.
That's very true, right? That is very true because people would just see it as that. That's it. Like,
Yeah, like, oh no, that's the end. Or like something like that. Like, oh no, I can't get through this anymore. So like,
yeah, whether good or bad, people would just accept that. Hey, no, right? Don't just view life from the perspective of pain. View it from the perspective of purpose. All right.
Yeah.
In Romans 8:28, right? That's here. And we know that in all things God works for good of those who love Him and who have been called according to His purpose, right? Breakups, bad investments, right? You start to regret decisions, right? God works in all things for the good,
That's true.
according to God's purpose, not according to your pain, right?
Yeah.
According to God's purpose, not according to your pain. I remember I always, I am very grateful right now because, I always get to ask God, why does it have to happen? Right? You get to question God, right? But you don't get mad at Him or anything. You just say, God, why?
Yeah,
Right?
why?
Why does it, why does it have to happen to me? Is this a lesson? Is this, because, I could say the past few weeks have been rough.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. Like, even for me.
Yeah.
This, like, we don't have a midterms right now.
Yeah.
It's like a midterm standing. Oh my gosh. Like, it's so rough.
Yeah.
It's so rough. And
Like, I don't know why, but it just feels so rough. And, the past few weeks have been like that. So I just keep asking God, what's the purpose of all of that? Like, what's that for?
yeah.
What's that for? Like, all I do is, try my best to be as productive or as,
Yeah, yes.
just do whatever I can do to, to do good, right? But like, God, why does that have to happen?
God, why this professor?
I know, right? Like, why? Right? Why?
Why God?
Like, of all things, right? Of all things, why? Like, are you serious? Like, did that really have to happen? Right? You get the question and all that stuff. Right? There's that, and you have to understand that, hey, there's more to to life than whatever you're experiencing right now.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know, you might go to God, you don't know how much I hurt, right? The very thing you dreaded, right? But you're developing, right? More pain, right? The stronger the pain, the bigger the purpose. Alright? Just like, in working out, there's something called oh my gosh, I forgot the term. But you call it
Wait, say what's the term you're looking for?
no, I
Describe
can't
it,
think
describe it.
about it. All right,
Describe it.
it's when you
All right.
use heavier weights to grow more muscle. I forgot the term.
Oh,
But there's a term. There's a term in for gym people. Is that when you use bigger weights to grow bigger muscles. All right.
Forgot the term.
And I think, and I believe that in life it's the same thing. You know, whatever bigger load you have, this is your load right now. All right. It means you have a bigger purpose. There's
That's
something
true.
bigger out there prepared and waiting for you. All right. James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face the trials of many kind, because you know that testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete and not lacking anything." Sometimes God's preparation comes packaged as pain, right? You have to, you think about that, right? You think about that. Hey, sometimes, right? Why does this have to? Why does this have to happen? Why did this have to happen? Like, of all things, right? Of all things, like, did that really have to happen? Like, was it really supposed to happen? Couldn't something better have happened? Right? You just have to see it and say, hey, right? I am being taught something right now. I have to find what that is. Or, I have to, there's something God is trying to teach me. I have to know what that is. I have to, understand what that is. Because in life, I think, there's so many of us who gets confused. That, hey, why'd I have to go through this? Why'd I have to go through that? When we understand that there is a purpose in everything, right, that's happening, all right? Okay? Sometimes we just have to find it, right? Come on, what's the purpose of that? Why did I have to go through this heartbreak?
Yeah.
Why did I have to meet this person? Alright, if they were just gonna leave me as well. Right?
It's just like literally after Valentine's Day.
right? You go like, hey, God, why did I really have to face that? Like, would I have, done better or it became better if that didn't happen? Right? Was it for the worse? Or, you think about it like, is all of that for nothing, right? You don't always see it, but you choose to believe it, right? By faith, you choose to believe it. And believe, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? Evidence of things not yet seen, right? You gotta see, see it in a different, perspective, alright? Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail, and when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers, right? Jesus knew Peter would fail. He would doubt, he would cower, he would deny Jesus. But Jesus also knew that Peter would turn back, right? Would return and become stronger. Become someone better, right? Pain was the preparation to preach at the Pentecost, right? There was a purpose, right, for that. The reason why that happened to Peter, there is a purpose. The reason why things are happening to you, there's a purpose. Whether you like the purpose or not, there is a purpose.
There's always gonna be a purpose,
right? Because sometimes you would say, "No, that's an ugly purpose. I don't think that's it." No, that's the purpose of it.
You just gotta.
Right? It is sour for a reason, right? Lemons are sour for a reason, right? Oranges can be sweet for a reason.
Yes, that's so true.
All right? We have to understand that, our purpose, whether they're sweet or they're sour, that's still the purpose. That is still purpose. All right? Don't see it, right? But you choose to believe it by faith, right? You see this quarantine, right? Everyone's afraid, right, of, COVID. I remember not being able to go out. No one was going out.
Yeah, I was like stuck in the house for like almost. I mean, not really almost a year, because I still actually worked during the pandemic, and so like maybe 5 months into the pandemic, I was just in the house, and right after that, I went to work, and then during that time in pandemic, I had a recollection of myself, picking myself up.
I think this pandemic, I would
It
always
helped
say,
me, I guess, in a
I would
way.
always say that too, pandemic helped me to become a lot better, to understand things a lot more. It helped me, realize things that, hey, that happened for a reason.
I feel like the pandemic, in a way, is like a an awakening when you think about it. It makes you, gives you a realization that that's life.
Yeah, I would always tell people, I'm very grateful for the pandemic because it's only during the pandemic I got to develop this kind of thinking about life and getting to see things this way.
You get into a like deeper
Yeah, sense of of life in general, not just as a believer, but as a human.
in
Right.
a realistic perspective as well.
Mhm. Right? There's that. Right? Everyone was alone. Right? Depressed. Yeah. Depression did rise up
Oh yeah.
during pandemic.
So true.
Statistically, did skyrocket.
Yeah.
Even my friends got it too. Right? They got depressed over it. But hey, you feel like useless, sidelined, right? What's the purpose, right? Right? It's preparation for something else. That when this pandemic season is over, right?
Yeah.
You'd all get out there and do something productive and do something good, right? Something sometimes you may you haven't used you gotten to use the example your social skills or something, right? You're separated from the flock of people, right? Why? Right. I mean, it pays to have during the pandemic. It pays to have so much online friends.
Oh yeah.
But if you didn't have online friends, gosh,
It's difficult, honestly.
it is gonna be like, quite boring, right? Same people always, right? You look back and say, hey, it's not fair, right? I got to you get to experience that. Hey, right? It's not fair. I wish I had, But you get to look back in life and you go like, I am alive for 21 years now, right? All those
Same.
times I could have died. There are moments I could have died.
Yeah, that's so
Alright,
true.
there are moments I could have died, but hey, I'm alive.
I'm still here.
I'm still here. I'm still breathing.
Still kicking.
Alright, still kicking. Alright, still beating people. In Valorant or something.
Yeah, I'm
Right? Still cooking people. Still, right, still cooking. Still
We're doing
wrecking
a
people in
podcast.
right? We're still doing here. Still doing
Yeah.
podcasts. Right? It's amazing. There's no idea, right? No idea that how hard you got frustrated, you got afraid, you got worn out, right? I believe that's really hard, in your end too, in my end too, same. But there's a purpose in that pain, right? The greater the pain, the bigger the purpose, right? You spend time with people, right? Spend time with people, strengthen your relationships, right? Because strengthen your relationship with whether that's your girlfriend, boyfriend, or your relationship with your parents, your friends, alright? Pandemic taught me to cherish friendships a lot more.
That's so true.
Most especially the real ones, the real ones out there, right? You guys know who you are, right? Whether, that's in your friend group too, shout out, hats off to you guys. You guys are amazing people, all right? In the future, you guys, or all of us actually would grow up and do our own certain things. Would be, I don't know what you guys will be. You're probably lawyers, doctors, physicians, or attorneys. What else? Architects, musicians. There's so much things. Businessmen, entrepreneurs. All right. But this time, right? Growing up, do not waste your younger years. I'm telling you now, right? Younger years, they're amazing tools, to excel in life, to grow, to be better. No more things, right? There's that. So hey, there's that. Okay, do not, do not be complacent about, oh hey, face to face is coming back. I'm still gonna be timid. No. Go out, go out, live your, live life, right, to the fullest, to its max. God never wastes hurt, right? Remember that. God never wastes a hurt, right? Use your pain, use your hurt, use your fear, uncertainty. Bring it about, bring it to good, all right? I overcome certain things because I I have found, the beauty in it. So, I overcome this, something like that, Do not look at life through your pain. Seeing pain from a perspective of purpose, right? Purpose in pain, right? There's that. And I want us to, understand that and keep that in mind tonight, right? And as you progress in life, like there's a purpose. We have to view life in, in all positive areas. I'm not saying you're denying and you're completely gonna be blindsided by this thing, alright? But just see it, alright? Hey, acknowledge it happened. That's number one.
I feel like that's like the stages of grief. Something
Yeah. Acknowledge it happened. See it differently, right? And move on with life, right? See how it works out for you. Okay. I hope that you guys got something. All right. I hope that you guys got something tonight. We may have gotten this thing late, but it's beautiful that we're all here. Okay. So hey, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
All right. We hope that you guys could be able. Oh, by the way, we will have. Please stay tuned for the next few weeks, because we will be doing something special, and we want you guys to check in on it. All right. Okay. So thank you guys for tuning in.
See ya.
See you guys. This shift happens where shift happens. Peace out, everybody.
Sure.